Okay, how's this? This okay? Go ahead. Okay. Candy actually picked the location. It was her Christmas present, a weekend getaway to anywhere she wanted to go. I gave her a list of 10 hotels, each with a ghost legend, just to make it interesting. And she chose Death Valley Junction, the Amargosa Opera House Inn. But I don't blame her. I blame myself.
On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sights grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven and this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel Amargosa. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel Amargosa. Any time of year, you can find it here.
A simple weekend getaway, that's all we wanted. Who could have known it could turn into something so unearthly? It's not a long trip, about 4.5 hours, but I guess the name of our destination should have tipped us off that something or someone beyond this life might be waiting. We booked 2 nights at the Amargosa Opera House Inn, a quaint historical hotel located at Death Valley Junction. Death Valley Junction, a former mining town. Population, 2. Comprised of a groundskeeper and a maid who had lived in Death Valley Junction for years caring for the Amargosa Opera House Inn. We arrived about 8 p.m. Sunday night. The hotel clerk called us earlier and told us that she was leaving because she never stayed after dark. But she told us that we could find our hotel key in a box outside the lobby door with instructions for finding our room. She nervously wished us good luck, and then she hung up the phone. We found the key in the night entrance as she described. We were assigned to room number 5, which could only be accessed through an old, creepy double door. Entering through this door was like entering into another world, another time. A chill ran down my spine as I unlocked the door and stepped inside. Okay, we made it to the motel. This is the entrance. You kind of let yourself in. They've got some funny decorations. It's old. You can see the light. There's another ballerina. Remember, this is all about the opera house. It's a little spooky. Oh, put a mirror there. Room number 5 was small but clean. The hotel and opera house are 100 years old. The facility is owned by a non-profit organization, the Amargosa Opera House, Inc., whose mission is to restore it to its former glory. The organization puts on a production in February of each year. They've got a long way to go with the restoration of the hotel, though, battling the heat, occasional flooding, and a haunting suspicion that maybe some long-deceased occupant, possibly Marta Beckett, might not take kindly to anyone disturbing their rest. But more about Marta later. It was about this time when I realized that Candy might not share my apprehension and respect for departed souls who had not yet found a way to move on to their final rest. Okay, Candy is going in to make some coffee in the kitchen down the hall. So while she's there, I think what I'm going to do is a quick overview of our room. I'm standing in the shower right now. I'm going to show you up to the ceiling. There's a nice skylight. But look at the tile. It's all very old. Okay. Now we'll take a look at the rest of the bathroom. As you can see here. And this is a door to the outside. And here is our room. It's a very simple room, but apparently the executives 100 years ago, this is where they stayed when they came out to the desert. So it's really a fantastic little room. You want to stay in here once, maybe twice. After that, you probably want something maybe a little better. So this is the door, and then finally, this is the closet. There's not much in there. Oh, son of a bitch! Jeez!
I already had my coffee. Look at your face.
Sure, Candy made light of it, but deep down I know that she was also feeling uneasy, that something or someone was watching, waiting. I believe we are experiencing an NGE. NGE, near ghost experience? Yes, it's a thing. I slept fitfully that first night, waking from time to time to the sound of faint voices coming from somewhere down the long hallway. I thought the voices were odd because we had seen no other guests. An uneasy feeling was growing in the back of my mind. The next morning, however, in the light of day, my concern temporarily faded. There was no food at the Amargosa Inn, so we were looking forward to breakfast about 25 miles up the road at Furnace Creek Inn. But even breakfast took on an ominous tone as we had to make our way through a catacomb to reach the restaurant. It was as if the spirits were toying with us, taunting us, leading us to a fate we could not quite visualize through the fog of whatever it is that clouds our understanding of this world. Yet breakfast was good, and the staff were polite, friendly, and generous. Candy asked for additional jars of their famous Dickinson's jam, and they cheerfully gave us extras to take with us on our journey. Perhaps it was simple kindness. Perhaps it was a parting gesture of pity, fearing what awaited us that evening. After breakfast, we began to tour the park and saw from the strange, unearthly terrain why this place is called Death Valley. The names in this place are dark and bitter. Devil's Golf Course, Badwater, Zabriskie Point. No, I don't know why they call it Zabriskie Point. No, I don't know if Zabriskie was dark and bitter, just stunning scenery, but it belied the sinister and unearthly nature about this place. And when we returned to the Amargosa Opera House Inn, we had one more task before retiring for the evening. We had vowed to see the hauntingly beautiful opera house itself, even at the risk of provoking whatever spirits might still be trapped therein. One spirit in particular, we were told, haunted the opera, Marta Beckett. Marta bought the opera house and hotel sometime in the 1970s and spent the remaining years of her life restoring the property and giving performances to whoever might happen upon this lonely place in the desert. When she died, she left the hotel and opera house to a non-profit organization dedicated to ensuring that Marta's beloved hotel and opera house survived. Some say that Marta herself lingers here. In fact, Marta's house is still on the property, nested in a grove of trees. We are not allowed near the house, and I don't know why. The hotel manager gives a tour of the opera house twice daily to whatever brave and curious souls might wish to see Marta's masterpiece. One tour at 9 a.m. and one tour at 6 p.m. We chose 6 p.m., after dark. As we toured the opera house, we couldn't deny feeling a presence, acting out an unworldly performance on the small stage. We heard the sound of her voice and, in the end, the faint applause of a grateful, ghostly audience. We spent our final night with only fitful intervals of sleep. Dreams of Marta on the stage haunted us. The sound of distant music and laughter carried into our room, but each time I heard the sound and frantically opened the door to the hallway in an effort to locate the source of this unnatural sound, it faded away, as smoke might vanish in the air. We left the next morning, thankful to be among the living, but somehow I think that Marta, and whatever spirits remain in her ghostly audience, will haunt us for the rest of our days.
Her mind is Tiffany twisted. She's got the Mercedes Benz. She's got a lot of pretty boys she calls friends. How they dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, please bring me my wine. He said we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel Amargosa. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. They're living it up at the Hotel Amargosa. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis. Mirrors on the ceiling, pink champagne on ice. And she said we are all just prisoners here of our own device. And in the master's chambers, they gathered for the feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man. We are programmed to receive. You can travel anytime you like, but you can never leave.